let's check in with the news. And this week, the big news is quantitative easing in Europe. At long last, Mario Draghi and the European Central Bank have followed the proven strategy of printing money and buying EU bonds. It reminds me of the time-honored phrase, if the world ends, I want to be in the EU, because there everything happens 5 years too late. In reaction to the positive news on the European economy, the euro inexplicably sank to an international low on trading, in addition to the already negative interest rates in the EU. In fact, now if you want to give money to your local bank in savings, you have to pay them to take it. But if you want to take out someone else's money, they'll pay you. The world upside down. After turning the bank rules upside down next, perhaps Mario Draghi can reveal who is actually giving him economic advice. Just in time for International Women's Day, Germany introduced a 30% quota for females in corporate German boardrooms. Angela Merkel insisted that with 70% males still in every boardroom, don't worry, the sausage party will continue. Former Facebook executive Sheryl Sandberg wrote an article in this week's New York Times showing that women as executives is not a zero-sum game. The article was accompanied by an ad for Ralph Lauren handbags because, of course, women say they want equality, but they're only really interested in shopping for fancy Ralph Lauren handbags. Thanks, New York Times, for that. Hillary Clinton celebrated International Women's Day by revealing that she broke all the rules when she was U.S. Secretary of State and kept all her emails secret and, in fact, ruined her chances for the White House in the eyes of many. President Obama said it's okay. He, in fact, endorsed Hillary Clinton by revealing that, yeah, there's no such thing as private email account. We were reading all of her private emails anyway. In what is being called a victory for net neutrality, the United States has announced that the internet will now be regulated as a utility comparable to water or electricity. Water and electricity, which charge you based on how much you use, which is kind of what we don't want internet providers to do. Still, Americans responded they were happy with the internet being considered as a utility, and if necessary, they would gladly give up their water or gas to keep their Netflix. Meanwhile, European providers again warned that net neutrality would result in lower quality and higher prices, such as in the Netherlands, the second country in the world, behind Chile, to adopt an open internet policy a few years ago. And as I live in the Netherlands, I suppose I could expect to pay some king's ransom to download some stupid video at agonizingly slow speeds. But as it turns out, while I was making this joke, I just spent 10 cents to download the entire 90-minute documentary about some Kardashian woman, which I won't even watch. I'm kidding. Actually, I'm going to download every episode of Black Mirror to watch on my iPhone screen, on my iPhone, because as a Yank, I'm proud not to understand British irony.